Check, check, check. Good afternoon and welcome to Rochester High School and RTC TV4's coverage of today's live basketball game where the Rochester Lady Zebras host the West Central Lady Trojans. I want to thank you for watching today. I'll be with you just here at the as we get things started here, and then we will bring in WRY. Would like to go ahead with a interview with the Rochester head coach.
Good afternoon, everyone. Steve Stricker here for RTC TV4. This afternoon, we're over here at Rochester High School, and would love to introduce everybody to the first-year head coach here of the Rochester Lady Zebras, Mr. Brian Jennings.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
So, Coach Jennings comes to us from, well, you've been a little bit of everywhere, but a Argus High School graduate.
Yes, Argus High School graduate. Did college at Purdue, didn't play. Started out really coaching 8th grade, JV, varsity assistant at LaVille for several years. Then I ran a lot of AAU programs out of Plymouth for multiple years, anywhere from 4th grade to high school. And once my daughter graduated from Bremen High School, I kind of wanted back into everything, so here I am.
So you've been working with these girls here for a number of months if you go back to the summer, but you just had your scrimmage the other day and getting set already here for the 2018-19 season. Talk a little bit about your team and what your expectations are here for this season.
We're going to be a very inexperienced team this year. We lost some very key seniors and players that played multiple years here in a row. So as we gain experience throughout the year, I think we'll see some improvement. I think ball handling is one of our main things that is a concern for us right now. It has constantly improved throughout the summer months and through the start of the season here.
So talk a little bit about some of the girls that you have seen maybe step up a little bit here through the summer and the fall, and some of them that you kind of expect to step up a little bit for you here as the season gets started.
Okay. I think everything starts with Macy Brown. She's a returning starter from last year, our top returning scorer. I think she averaged somewhere close to 6 points a game, so she's going to have to step that up. But in the off season, she's a softball player, and so she was off getting her, I think, a D1 scholarship this summer. So she is now getting into the swing of things, getting her some shots up. So she's coming along nicely. Next is going to be Kenzie McKee, post player, wing player, most experienced, one of the most experienced players we got coming back. Has done a real nice job putting in the time this summer. Needs to get a little bit more physical, but she's getting there. And then finally, one of the last girls with experience is senior Karina Peterson. She has really came in this last week and stepped up the leadership for the team. When you're young like we are, we need that good senior leadership.
All right, Coach Jennings, we'll let you get back to your practice. Appreciate some time here and appreciate the girls' time this afternoon. And best of luck to you here on the 2018-2019 girls basketball season.
Thank you very much.
All right, Coach Brian Jennings, the new varsity head coach here at Rochester High School, and we'll be catching some Lady Zebras action very soon here as the season is right around the corner. Thank you for tuning in. Steve Stricker for RTC TV4.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Coach Jennings. We're back here live. We were going to just kind of hang tight here. We're going to meet our Lady Zebras here.
Karina Peterson, 34, senior guard.
Sierra Weathers, number 10, senior guard.
Catherine Hughes, 24, senior post.
Macy Brown, 12, junior guard.
Jordan Jennings, 20, junior guard.
Geneva Isbell, 14, junior wing.
Kinsey McKee, 40, junior post.
Rain Craig, number 22, junior guard.
Kim Batten, number 30, sophomore guard.
Mercedes Brown, 32, sophomore guard.
Cami Burkett, number 44, freshman guard.
Lexi Thomas, 50, freshman post.
Brianna Yarber, 24, freshman guard.
Mackenzie Leslie, 32, freshman guard.
Allie Pearson, 54, freshman post.
Kinsey Bradley, 14, freshman guard.
Emily Hughes, 52, freshman post.
And that's your Lady Z's. We want to welcome you back here at Rochester High School today as the Lady Z's have their season opener and their home opener here today and host the West Central Lady Trojans. As I said earlier, we will bring in the WRY feed here. We have about 8 minutes till game time, so we're just going to keep the feed right here and wait for the Lady Z's for tip-off here. Thank you for watching RTC TV4's coverage today.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
This is Michelle Livinghouse, candidate for state representative. After 30 years of experience working with our vulnerable and older adults, I understand the need for policies that support a dignified quality of life for all Hoosiers. I will be your voice in the legislature, accessible and responsive to the people of District 17. Thank you for your vote. Election Day is November 6th.
All right, I want to thank you again for watching RTC TV4 today for today's live coverage of the Rochester Lady Z's as they host the West Central Lady Trojans. I did just get a word here that Catherine and Emily's Hughes, Catherine and Emily Hughes' grandma, Joanne, is watching all the way from Minnesota. We want to thank you for tuning into that all the way from Minnesota. We're down to about a minute here before we start. The girls are just getting warmed up here. And then we'll be switching over to WROI and Dave Musselman and his crew over there.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rochester High School for this varsity basketball contest featuring our guests, the West Central Lady Trojans, and your own Rochester Lady Zebras. Time now for the national anthem. If everyone will please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. For the non-starters for both teams, first for our guests, the Lady Trojans of West Central High School. The non-starters, number 13, Dakota Jackson. Number 23, Jenna Patton. Number 33, Christy Shepard. Number 41, Emily Polarski. Number 43, Emma Nielsen. And number 55, Taylor T. And your non-starters for your own Rochester Lady Zebras. Number 10, Sierra Weathers. Number 22, Ray Craig. Number 24, Catherine Hughes. Number 30, Kim Batten. Number 32, Mercedes Brown. Number 42, Caitlin Rogers. Number 50, Lexi Thomas. 52, Emily Hughes. And 54, Allie Pearson. Time now for your starters. 34. Karina Peterson, I'm sorry. I had her in our starting lineup instead of not starting. Sorry, Karina. 34, Karina Peterson. Starting lineup now for the West Central Trojans. Number 11, Tori Culp. Number 15, Julianne Heigley. Number 21, Larissa Patton. Number 25, Camille Watson. And number 31, Shelley Wenzel. Time now for your starting lineup for your own Rochester Lady Zebras. Number 12, Macy Brown. And number 14, Jenny Isbell. And number 20, Jordan Jennings. Number McKee. And number 44, Kenny Pregame. Coaching the Zebras in his first year, Mr. Brian Jennings.
In their home whites. Rochester will go to our left, obviously West Central to our right. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman here, first game of the regular season for the Rochester Lady Zebras. Again, West Central fell to Rensselaer on Thursday night, so this is Rochester's first game. So jumping center will be Wietrich and McKee. Here we go from Rochester High School. Tip is up and controlled by Jordan Jennings and the Rochester Lady Zebras. Jennings drives it right, gives to Brown on the baseline. Now on the wing, feeds down low to McKee. Backs away and against a double team. Kicks it out to Isbell. She'll fire a long two off the back of the rim, no good. McKee with a putback. Her shot is good. Kenzie McKee with a rebound putback, and the Zebras are up by 2 with 20 seconds gone in the first quarter. Full court press by the Lady Zebras. Winslow gets it across the timeline, and then Patton throws it out of bounds. Had Patton wide open underneath the basket, didn't put it up. Throws out of bounds. Rochester will get it back after committing the first turnover.
Easy 2 points. Yeah, easy 2 points for the Trojans. She elected not to take it. We'll take it.
West Central in the 2-3 zone. High on the right side is Brown. Brown studies. Cross court to Jennings. Jennings on the left wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Cut off by the defense. Out to Bergen. Now right side to Brown. Brown a long three from the right wing is off the mark. No good. The pullback by Isbell's good. And now West Central will use a timeout. It will be 8:30. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball. 92.1 WROI RTC TV4.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana High School Sports.
After the timeout, West Central breaks the press, and Patton puts it in for a layup for West Central, and it's 4-2 now Rochester with a minute gone here in the opening quarter at Rochester High School. Burkett feeds into McKee against a double team, out to Brown. Fakes a three, drives it to the left, out to Burkett. She'll fire a three from downtown, off the glass and in.
The bank is open right now.
Burkett with a three-point bomb, and then on the press, Macy Brown's going to commit a foul against West Central's Winslow.
Fouls coming on. Zebras number 12, Brown, her first, team first.
Rochester girls got to be careful. The last bucket they gave up, the back girl on the press got sucked up, and it was a wide open layup.
Full court press again by the Lady Zebras. Winslow breaks the press on her own, now fills the middle of the floor. Picks up a dribble between the rings. Bounce pass near side to Wietrich. Feeds down over Patton. Ball tipped away. Patton picks up a loose ball. Now in the corner to Wietrich. Wietrich on the wing. Dribbles to the paint. Goes to left-handed layup. It's good. High off the glass.
She attacked right at the defender, the Zebra defender. Went up strong and got the 2 points.
Burkett to Brown. Back to Burkett between the rings. Near side to Jennings. Jennings drives it with the right hand. Out to Macy Brown, baseline to Isbell. Jump pass to McKee. Layup is good.
Fantastic pass by the Lady Zebras there to get the wide open layup.
Good look by Isbell to find an open McKee, and it's 9-4 Rochester. 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. Wietrich breaks the press. Jump stop top of the key. Works right side to Patton. Patton back to Wietrich, who gives to the cutting Heupel. Stolen by McKee. Her shot is blocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touched by. We're still converging and talking. It'll be last touched by West Central. Will stay with Rochester baseline right.
Good call. McKee stole it, took it all the way to the hole. The West Central girl went straight up, blocked it.
Yeah.
And went off the West Central Trojan. Good call.
Isbell baseline right. Will look to trigger it in to wide open McKee. Up and get it. Good. Kenzie McKee has 6 of the 11 points, and it's 11-4 as Tori Culp gets the inbounds pass and runs it up the floor, crosses the timeline right in front of the Rochester bench. Bounce pass on the baseline to Patton. Patton drives against a double team. Skip pass off the foot of Hypley. Actually, they're going to say last touch by Rochester. It'll stay with West Central, baseline left. Wietrich will look to trigger it in around Isbell. Baseline left for West Central. Gets it into Culp in the left corner, out top of the key to Patton. She'll fire a 3, partially blocked, picked up by Burkett. Rochester runs to our left. Kimmy Burkett on the right wing. Down low to McKee, off her fingertips and out of bounds. And they're going to say last touch by West Central. And they're going to...
Yeah, that went off West Central's hand simultaneously with Rochester. Good call. Right now they have no answer for Kelsey McKee. No.
Right. Isbell, baseline left. Lobs it in over the defense to Brown. Macy drives her to the right elbow, loses it, but is going to be fouled on the way to the right elbow by Hypley. It'll be out of bounds for Rochester with 5:22 to play in the first quarter. Lady Zebras up 11-4.
Yeah, so far in the early beginning, West Central is not blocking out. Rochester's getting easy putbacks, and again, no answer for Kelsey McKee.
You're right. Isbell to Brown, 3 right baseline, off the back of the rim, no good. Picked up by West Central. Wenzel fills the middle of the floor, walks it through the center circle, outside of Culp. Tori in the corner to Patton. Top of the key to Wietrich. Wietrich just inside the 3-point line to Wenzel. Fakes right, drives left at the elbow, cut off by the double team. Out to Culp between the rings. Law pass inside to Hypley, taken away by Isbell. Rochester with the ball now going to our left. Law pass ahead to McKee. One dribble, right-handed layup, no good. Rebound to West Central. Karina Peterson will come in for the first time this year. Here the next dead ball opportunity. Wietrich ahead to Patton. Patton holds against the double team in the base of the wing. Outside to Wenzel, back to Patton on the right side. Patton 10 feet away from the basket, drives McKee to the right elbow. Picked up a dribble outside to Hypley. Her 15-footer is good as it rattles around. 11-6.
You're starting to see some fatigue already. These girls are sucking wind. Fall sports conditioning is a little different than basketball conditioning.
You're right. McKee in the paint. Jumper from 5 feet off the window, no good. Hypley with the rebound, hands off to Wenzel. 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up by 5. Wenzel slows up, walks it across the timeline right, gets a pick from to Culp, and Tori Culp's going to be whistled for an illegal screen. Turnover West Central. Rochester will get it back, and Karina Peterson will come into the game for the first time today. The 5'8 senior will replace Jordan Jennings. Originally, Karina Peterson was in the starting lineup, but because of the SAT being held here at Rochester ran a little long, they had to take her out and put Jordan Jennings in.
If you ever have a good excuse to be late to a game or show up, that's it right there. The SAT is it.
Peterson, 3, left wing, off the mark, no good. Isbell, rebound, kicks it out to Burkett. Burkett chased down the loose ball in the corner, and she has the ball stripped out of bounds by Wietrich. Rochester will keep possession on the baseline left.
Rochester is absolutely dominating the glass right now, especially on the offensive end. It's only a 5-point game. But
yeah, 4 or 5 off. Well, and 2 of those have been offensive putbacks.
Absolutely, yep.
Isbell, baseline left, gets it into McKee, who loses it out of bounds. They're going to say Hypley last touched it. Rochester will have the basketball still on the baseline. 3:57 to play in the first quarter.
Speaking of football, Eastbrook beat Cass last night. A stellar game.
Really good game.
Yep.
The Pioneer LLC game was not.
Alabama won.
Brown for 3, left baseline. Good, nothing but net. And now it's 14-6, and now Kimmy Burkett is hurt. She and Hypley kind of got tangled up at the free throw line, and she fell and landed on the small of her back. And so she's going to come out, I'm assuming, and Kim Batten, a sophomore for the Rochester Lady Zebras, will come in. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 3:50 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 14-6.
So far, again, Rochester's very aggressive, very getting after it. McKee in the middle is a statement maker, to say the least.
Yep, you're right. 2-3 zone now by Rochester. Culp, wraparound pass to Wietrich through her legs and goes in the backcourt. And another turnover against West Central. Rochester going to get it back.
Unforced turnover on the Trojans there, but she made the pass without looking.
Brown across the timeline against the 1-2-2 zone by West Central. Now to Peterson. Karina drives it left a couple of times. Picks up a dribble against the double team. Out to Brown, now top of the key. Down low to wide open Batten. Batten in the lane. Turnaround jump on the ways off the window. No good. They'll fight for the rebound. And West Central comes out of there with it. But I believe Batten's going to be whistled for the reach in. It'll be West Central basketball with 3:21 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up by 8.
Fouls on Zebras, number 30, Batten.
Made a good first move there. The ball didn't go in. West Central did have position on that. Batten being only a sophomore, super aggressive. She'll learn just sometimes you got to retreat, but
absolutely.
I love to see the effort.
Coming up at halftime of this game, we're going to talk to Rochester Junior Varsity coach Alex Onefield about his big win earlier today. West Central the basketball. Around the Culp on the right wing, gives baseline to Hypley. Hypley travels, and Rochester going to get it back.
I believe that's Mr. Onefield's first career win. I don't know if he's coached anywhere else, but
well, last year he was playing.
Yeah, he was, exactly. So as a coach, that's his first career win, and it's a good way to start.
That's exactly right. 1-2-2 zone. Macy tries to thread the needle inside to McKee, taken away by West Central's defense. Wenzel now brings it up for the Trojans. Crosses through the center circle against Rochester's man-to-man defense. Hypley drives, pull-up 15-footer is good.
Very good pull-up jump shot there, soft touch, nothing but net. West Central's hanging in. It's only a 6-point game.
14-8. Ball's tipped away and stolen by Culp. West Central running the other way. Culp then loses it out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by Rochester.
I didn't see that either.
I didn't either. Dakota Jackson comes in for West Central, and Tori Culp will sit down. Also coming in is Taylor Teedy. Jordan Jennings for Rochester will come back in for the Lady Zebras. Teedy comes in, and Patton will come out, and Jenny Isbell will get a blow. As Jennings comes back in, 2:29 to play in the first quarter. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 14-8 Rochester. Back to the concession stand, a little Matt goes. A Hypley is blowing pepper, no good. The rebound to Jackson. Jackson to Wenzel, drives to the elbow. Out to Jackson at the free throw line. Kicks it out to Hypley behind the arc. Now right wing to Hypley, or to Wenzel. Her three is off the window, no good. And long rebound comes to Peterson on the break. Karina Peterson coast to coast, and she's going to be not fouled. I guess she'll be losing out of bounds thanks to the help of West Central, and it'll stay with the Zebras baseline right.
Little Mac loves the concession stand.
Oh, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
No, it doesn't, man. No, it doesn't. Max Munchies lives on.
2:09. Brown high on the right side. Spot up three in the wing. In and out, no good. Fight for the rebound. Kinsey comes out of there with the McKee. Karina Peterson to Batten. She misses the long jumper. And West Central hauls down the long rebound. Wenzel across the timeline, near side of Jackson. Dakota Jackson, one dribble. And is called for the double dribble. She drives to the basket. Another turnover on West Central.
And this is kind of what you would expect for first game of the year or second game for West Central, but you're going to have some sloppy play at times. Girls trying to find their feet, trying to find their,
Are you able to keep that, Mac?
What's that?
Turnovers?
I'm trying.
Okay. Well, we got a new system this year we're using, and West Central forces another turnover. Jackson jump stop in the blocks, and she travels. And we talked to Coach Jennings in the pregame about, how do we approach the conversation of if we get too many turnovers. That's going to happen today with first game, just like you said. And he says, well, just as long as they have one more than we do,
absolutely.
I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Burka back into the game, and West Central knocks the basketball out of bounds. Catherine Hughes, the only senior, I believe, on Rochester's bench. Peterson, I beg your pardon. Canary Peterson.
She's coming in for McKee, giving McKee a good get a minute 32 at the end of the quarter plus the quarter break. So
14-8 Rochester. Burka gets the inbounds pass near side of Hughes. Hughes loses the ball, picks it up near the timeline, now gives to Peterson on the near side. Karina drives it left hard. Nice move. Cut off by the triple team. Threads the needle to Hughes. She throws up a tough shot at the free throw line. Shot no good. Teedy and West Central the rebound. Now to Wenzel. Wenzel runs it through the center circle for West Central. Near side to Jackson. Jackson passes up at three, gives to Teedy top of the key. Hypley left wing, now to Wenzel. 1:05 to play in the first quarter. Wenzel in the lane, 10-footer on the way, no good. Hughes with the rebound. Hughes clears to Burkett. Rochester runs, up by 6, under a minute to play in the first quarter. Cami Burkett now backs it out to the timeline, sets up shot for the Lady Zebras, swings near side to Peterson. Peterson in the corner to Batten. 18-footer on the baseline, no good. Long rebound comes down to Kim Batten. Now to Burkett, to Hughes in the paint. Turnaround left-handed shot, no good. Rebound tipped around. West Central comes out of there with it. Wenzel now with 38. Wenzel going to our right with West Central. Now to Teedy near side of Jackson. Jackson driving to the free throw line. Nice defense by the Lady Zebras. And now we're going to have a travel whistle against Jackson. Rochester going to get it back with 30.5 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Last 2 minutes have been unbelievable sloppy. Both squads, they're trying to find substitutions in and out just to get them to the quarter so you can get the starters back in with a little bit of rest.
30 seconds to play, first quarter. Rochester up by 6. Burkett across the timeline right against the 1-2-2 zone. Hughes at the free throw line. Out to Peterson. 3 left wing for the Lady Zebras is good.
Big time shot right there. Extend the lead to 9.
At 15 seconds, Rochester by 9. Wenzel crosses the timeline with 11. Wenzel right wing with 9. Drives it right. Pass down low to Patton with 7. Against the double team. Patton steps on the inline. Rochester forces the turnover. Lady Zebras are going to get it back with 5.7, up by 9. First quarter coming to an end here at Rochester High School. Peterson to Burkett. Crosses the timeline with 4. Burkett from the volleyball line with 2. High off the glass, no good. And that's going to do it. After the first quarter, Rochester up 17-8. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
Where the Rochester Lady Zebras lead 17-8, and West Central will get the ball first in the second period. You know, I know that the system that we're using is new, Mac, but I didn't think I saw a lot of turnovers in the first quarter, and your stats prove that.
Yeah.
Or confirm that, I should say.
3 turnovers for Rochester, and I would say all those came in the last 2 minutes, and we forced 8 West Central turnovers.
Class 1A Volleyball State Championship, the Pioneer Lady Panthers fall to Bar Reeve 4-1. Well, 3-1, sorry, 3-1.
3-1.
4 sets. Wenzel around the defense, looks for Teedy on the blocks, has her now on the baseline against the double team. Teedy has her pass tipped away, stolen by Brown. Brown between the rings, now right side to Burkett. Burkett kicks it out to Peterson. She'll fire a 3 from the right wing, no good. And Patton with the rebound for West Central, clears to Wenzel. 30 seconds gone in the second quarter. Rochester up by 9 at 17-8. Wenzel to Patton behind the arc left side. Now to Wietrich, ball loose on the floor, kicks it out to Hipley. Right side to Wenzel, fakes the 3, feeds down low, taken away by McKee. McKee rips and runs. McKee left wing, gives it outside to Burkett. Burkett will go to the basket, and shot's good, and foul!
McKee again, that name, steals it, dribbles it up the floor for a big, passes it over to Burkett, and she puts it in for the and one possibility.
West Central will take another timeout. It will be a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Danny Says for Fulton County Superior Court Judge. Danny has served nearly 10 years as a Fulton County attorney. He is a veteran of the U.S. Army and the U.S. Army Reserve. He also served as a missionary in South Africa during the times of apartheid. Danny Says is no stranger to service. He offers perspective and experience few candidates can match. Learn more at saysforjudge.com. Vote Danny Says for Fulton County Superior Court Judge.
Back at Rochester High School, while we're in the timeout, Kimmy Burkett hits the free throw and completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Lady Zebras up now by 12 at 20-8. Ty McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. West Central loses the ball but picks it up near the timeline. Wietrich drives it right to Patton, now to left side to Patton. Sends in the wing to Wenzel. Wenzel against Rochester's 2-3 zone. Outside to Patton, long three, high off the glass. Make that Batten with the rebound, who outlets to Burkett. Jenny Isbell will come back into the next opportunity for the Lady Zebras. Karina Peterson against the double team, dribbles out of the double team over the top to Burkett. Now right side of Brown, wide open three, right wing is short, and the rebound to Patton. Patton outlets to Wenzel, and she'll slow up and will cross the timeline. Middle of the floor now to Hypley. Hypley one dribble, cut off by the defense outside to Patton. Right side to Wenzel, down low to Wietrich. Nice job by McKee coming over the top, tipping that ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Rochester baseline right. 6:17 to play in the first quarter. Jenny Isbell comes back in and Kim Patton sits down. Also, Tori Colt back into the game for West Central, and Taylor Teedy gets a break. Wietrich looks to get it in. Gets it in over the top of the defense to Patton. A couple of dribbles to her right. Off her foot, picked up by Brown. Brown, left side of the floor, left-handed layup is no good. McKee's there for a follow-up bucket, it's good. Another offensive board for Kinsey McKee and a putback, and it's now 22-8 Rochester. Culp on the left wing, right wing pass to Patton. Rochester will stay in that 2-3 zone. Hypley, one dribble, two dribbles to her right, bounce pass to Wenzel, fakes a three, now inside the arc, 18-footers off the back of the rim, no good. Ball being tipped around, it's going to be swatted. West Central picks up the loose ball rebound, gives to Patton. Her putback is no good. The Wietrich putback is no good. West Central another rebound, and now we're going to have a foul down low against the Lady Zebras. So West Central 3 offensive boards on that trip, and Rochester fouls West Central to be out their ball out of bounds baseline right.
And that's Macy Brown's second foul. Rochester's doing a good job moving the ball. First game of the year, but they're moving it around very well.
Jordan Jennings comes back into the game. Brown will sit down with 2 fouls. Jackson back in for West Central. Hypley looks to get it in for the Lady Trojans, does to Wenzel, fakes a three, drives the baseline, and then Jenny Isbell is going to pick up the foul for leaning on the shoulder of Wenzel that time. But still, we're 5.5 to play in the half. Both teams with 3 team fouls right now.
Yeah, Rochester just picked up their 4th, but that is pretty good. That's actually really good.
First game of the year?
Yeah, absolutely.
Culp long 2-point shot is good. Tori Culp puts it in for 2 for West Central and cuts the Rochester lead to 12. Here comes the run and jump half-court trap. Reagan makes that. Burkett has her pass tipped away and stolen by West Central. Wenzel brings it up the floor. Across the timeline. Right wing to Culp, 3-ball, right wing for West Central's off the mark, no good. And the rebound to Peterson, who outlets to Burkett. 5 minutes to play in the first half. Rochester up 22-10. Jennings drives around the defense, floating, 10-footer is good off the glass. Jordan Jennings, her first 2 of the year, and it's 24-10. Culp on the right wing for West Central. Gives it to the center circle, now to Hypley on the left wing. Hypley dribbles out to the right side, gives to Patton in the corner to Culp. Her 3, no good, draws nothing but air. Long rebound to Wenzel. Wenzel in the corner, tries to throw it off the leg of Burkett, misses her leg and just throws it out of bounds. Emily Hughes, a freshman, will come in for the first time tonight, or today. And Karina Peterson will get a break. The entry pass to McKee goes over her head, out of bounds. And it'll be back to West Central basketball.
Yeah, the new system.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
4:20 to play. The new system on the iPad. No more paper book.
I'm struggling.
Wenzel at the left elbow, fakes, drives, cut off by the defense, out to Patton. Near side to Culp. Culp, right wing 3, off the window, no good. And McKee skies for the board. She rips and runs. McKee through the center circle, works to the right wing, and then throws the ball away. Jackson picks it up. Jackson works the other way for West Central. The stop, pop, the shot, no good, and good block out by Jordan Jennings. The ball goes off the hands of West Central, out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back. Wietrich back in for West Central, and Patton to sit. 3:50 to play in the first half. Rochester up 24-10. Rochester junior varsity coach Alex Onafield coming up here at the break. McKee loses it out of bounds and go back to West Central.
Those turnovers are just early season. I call them brain farts, but so far Rochester's done a very good job of eliminating those, building a 14-point lead.
I beg your pardon, Austin Onafield is the coach, not Alex. I guess he's still in high school.
Alex is a senior.
Yeah, Josh is going to do our halftime interview.
Okay, all right.
Hughes, Emily to the basket, no good, partially blocked. And then we're going to have Kinsey McKee picking up a foul with 3:23 to play.
That's the
in the first half.
Zebra team foul. Next one will put two more. Sorry, that's fifth one. Yeah, two more. So still 3 minutes to go, and they're still under.
Batten comes back in. McKee to sit. I'll ask you real quick once you make that change. Where's McKee? What's McKee's numbers look like?
Hold on here.
Call up against the 2-1-2 zone. Jackson to Winsel, high on the right side to Hypley, inside the arc, back to Winsel behind the arc, now to Culp right side. Hypley behind the arc, drives the right baseline, 15-footer on the way, short. Rebound to Batten, nice rip by Kim Batten, outlets to Burkett. Cammie Burkett runs it up the floor, ahead to Jennings. Jordan Jennings in the paint against a triple team. Ball loose, ball still loose, where there's a fight for it. West Central comes out of there with it. 2:45 to play in the first half, Rochester by 14. Winsel will go coast to coast, left-handed layup is good. 24-12, Rochester's leads cut to 12. 2:35 to play. Jenny Isbell, long three, in and out, no good. Emily Hughes, the rebound. Her putback is blocked. And Winsel comes out of there with it for West Central. Oh, how is that not a double dribble? Winsel dribbles away from the defense, crosses the timeline. Now to Culp. Back to Winsel. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Sometimes looks like a 2-1-2. Winsel in the center circle to Jackson to Culp. Three left side for Winsel. For Culp is good. Tori Culp with a three.
She caught that in stride, put it up. Good shot.
West Central will take a timeout. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
First Federal Savings Bank has provided mortgage loans for over 50 years.
We're now offering commercial loans to support our local businesses.
We offer business loans for real estate, equipment, lines of credit, and investments. We also offer Simply Free business checking for all your banking needs.
Contact Lindy Breeden, our business lending expert, to take the worry out of your business banking.
And remember, we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best bank.
Back at Rochester High School, 2 minutes to play before halftime. And Rochester owns a 24-15 lead. West Central is down to their two timeouts. Two timeouts, they get 5 a game. West Central's already called 2, Rochester has all 5.
Can't take them with you when you go, but
you'd like to have 1 or 2 maybe in the second half.
You would like to have that, but you asked earlier about stats for
Kinsey McKee.
Kinsey McKee, I'm showing her 8 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 foul. Very, very active first half.
Yeah, right. I agree. But like you said, there was no answer for Kinsey McKee. Well, there hasn't been an answer for Kinsey in the first half.
No, absolutely. Whether it's on the offensive glass, I've seen her bringing the ball up the court, passing, doing a little bit of everything.
Batten in the corner. Now to Brown, over the top to Peterson. Peterson drives the left one time, gives in the corner in the lane to Emily Hughes. She throws over a shot, no good. Winsel, another board for West Central. Ahead to Culp. Culp to Wietrich. Pack knocked out of bounds by Emily Hughes. Nice job by the freshman Hughes getting back on defense and tipping that pass, that entry pass out of bounds. Wietrich, baseline left for West Central. 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. To Culp, to Hypley. Hypley takes it right hard. 5-footer partially blocked by Isbell. Picked up by Emily Hughes. Now outlets to Brown. Brown across the timeline and loses the basketball. West Central now with it to Winsel. Wenzel left wing, dump pass to Wietrich, outside to Culp. Her three's off the back of the rim, no good. Isbell another board. Jenny outlets to Brown, right wing, and we're going to have a blocking foul whistle against Jackson, and that's only West Central's 4th team foul with 69 seconds to play in the first quarter.
That's awesome. I love seeing Macy be aggressive. Her shot hasn't fallen here early in the game, but she can get to the bucket anytime she wants, and she needs to remember that, get herself going at the free throw line. But she put her head down. She was going to the hole there.
Isbell baseline right. Her pass is tipped back in her face, and while standing out of bounds, she catches it. That's the turnover. Rochester, West Central has it back.
Unfortunately, your instincts take over there.
Yeah, right. Minute to play in the first half. Rochester by 9 at 24-15. Wenzel, left wing against the double team. One dribble over the top to Wietrich, near side to Hypley. Now to Culp. Everything standing behind the arc. Now inside the arc to Patton. Down low to Wietrich. Ball loose. Scramble for it. Patton there to pick it up. And now gets it to Isbell. Isbell runs left side. 40 seconds. Isbell takes it to the right baseline. Backs it out to the wing. Entry pass to Emily Hughes. Her shot is going to be blocked out of bounds by West Central. And Kim Batten is bleeding.
Kim Batten got on the floor, went after the ball. She got about a wound to show, but coach is going to be very happy with the hustle she put diving on the floor to get the ball.
Yeah.
On the other end, Miss Hughes was fouled. That is not a block. That's got to be a foul call.
Is there any blood on the floor? No blood on the floor? You're kidding. She's bleeding pretty good. Brown drives the floating jumper high off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound on the baseline, pulls it back outside, and resets the offense to Emily Hughes. Now to Peterson, left wing three for the seniors, in and out, no good. Ball being tipped around. West Central comes out of there with it with 15. Hypley with the basketball, crosses the timeline with 14. Jump stop. Oh no, she didn't have both feet established. Outside to Patton. Patton throwing an elbow or two to Isbell. She gets it to Hypley with 4. Hypley to Wietrich. Wenzel at the buzzer. 3, no good. At halftime, Rochester leads 24-15. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
There's been a lot of talk lately about net neutrality. At RTC, our customers receive the full and open internet and nothing less. We are not the gatekeeper, toll operator, or curator. A free and open internet has been the single biggest driver of innovation over the last generation, and we want that engine of innovation to live on in our customers. If you ever have a question about your internet service, give RTC a call. We are here for you.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
And you get a win, it's a good day.
Yes, sir, yes. And I would just like to take time to just thank, Coach Jennings, Coach Davis, and me walking into this program, it's a good setup. Coach Davis has been coaching everywhere for the past 20 years, and then Coach Jennings has been around basketball his entire life. So it's a good mentorship program.
So you're the JV coach, and you're taking a team that a lot of these kids were 8th graders a year ago, but they played really hard for you in this game today.
Yes, a lot of what we're working on now is a big post-up workup. We're making sure everybody boxes out. See, with JV, we're trying to get the fundamentals down, and fundamentals at this level wins games.
Sure.
And obviously it did. Our 2 posts had, double-doubles each night, so it was a really good testament.
Awesome. Before we go any further, let me know how talk to me about Kinsey Bradley. Talk to me about Kim Batten. How are they right now?
Kinsey Bradley's fine right now. She's kind of getting adjusted. She took a nasty shot, but
that's what I mean. How's her injury right now?
Her injury, right now she's just laying down. She's taking it minute by minute. We can't really tell what the issues are. It's a 24-hour thing that we have to wait to see.
She hit hard, didn't she?
Yeah, she took a charge for us, but it was she earned that charge.
Yeah, she came out with a bloody nose, and then right before the half, one of your JV players, Kim Batten, had a banged up nose going to the locker room.
Kim Batten, she got popped when she went diving for a ball on the floor, and I think she just got a bloody nose. So we're just blessed to have such a good athletic trainer here that take care of her.
Absolutely. We could go up and down your freshman. Lexi Thomas came to play this morning.
Yeah, Lexi Thomas had 16 points, but the biggest contribution was that Rain, who's a junior for us, a veteran. Also, Lexi really developed a 2-on-1 defending their West Central's big post player, which really helped us.
I think Allie Pearson had a nice game for you. I thought Emily Hughes had a nice game for you. I thought Sadie Brown had a nice game for you. I thought everybody that played for you played well. And here's what I liked the most, and you don't see this a lot out of the JV teams. They knew where their shot was, and when they got the ball, they took it. There was no hesitation.
Yes, we preach in-game, game spots, game shots, game speed in practice. But another thing we do is range, if you have room, and rhythm. The 3 R's of shooting for us is big. And we're kind of ingraining that in the kids' heads, and they know what their shots are. And, Cammie, we see with Cammie, a freshman, her shot wasn't really a three-point shot, but after she learned, she got confidence, and now we see it, in the JV games. Garber came out. She had a great couple of shots, so she has a very consistent jump shot as well. So,
West Central, is that Tuesday? I'm sorry, Twin Lakes, is that Tuesday?
Yes.
What happens Monday? What do you do Monday?
Monday is definitely going to be, we're going to have to go over film of what happened this game, and we have to teach the kids, and this is the biggest issue. You can celebrate your win, you can celebrate your highlights, but the biggest thing is you got a game to play the next day.
Sure.
So watch film. We got to teach kids on different rotations is our biggest thing. Zone rotations is something, and also, we had 8 fouls in the first quarter. We have kids playing with their bodies, not moving their feet and playing with their hands.
First game,
yeah.
But along with that, Austin, they cleaned it up second, third, and fourth quarter.
Yeah, we had 8 fouls the first quarter, and then second quarter we only had 2, and then third quarter we only gave up 2 or 3 fouls.
Yeah.
So, cleaning up in one quarter, turn around like that is pretty impressive, especially for the JV standpoint.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good luck Tuesday night.
Yep.
Austin Onnefield, junior varsity coach for the Rochester Lady Zebras. We're going to take a break, come back with first half stats next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. First game. Back at Rochester High School, we're at recess. The Lady Zebras lead 24-15. Mac, you have first half numbers.
Kind of.
We'll see, huh?
Kind of, yeah. The score's 24-15. Here's what we've got. Looks like Macy Brown, if the iPad would work here. The Zebras shot 10 of 28, 36%, 1-on-1 from the foul line. And then by number, you're looking at, this new system's just dandy. Macy Brown, 3 points.
I think it's going to be the inaugural and the final game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Jenny Isabel, 2 points. Peterson, 3 points. Kinsey McKee, alone, 8 points, 5 boards, 2 steals, and a foul. Very active half for her. Cami Burkett chipped in 6 points. You forgot to put Miss Hughes in there, so I can't give any of hers. Karina Peterson. Well, where is it? Either way, Rochester, 24 points. Muss's new technology that he has us using is subpar when you're doing the radio to the side of the stats.
You have West Central?
Yeah, West Central, 15 points. Total. Tori Culp, 1 point. Dakota Jackson, 1 point. Jillian Hopley, 2 points. And their leading scorer, Tori Culp had 5 points. She's their leading scorer. Overall, they shot 7 of 16. My bad. Overall, they shot 6 of 12. Only 12 shots put up in the first half. I don't know how accurate that is with my stat keeping. I'm not going to lie.
How many turnovers?
Turnovers, I have team turnovers. I have 10 turnovers in the first half.
For West Central?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to the third quarter.
And we're going back to the old scoring methods next game. I'll say that.
Yeah. Brad will be happy about that.
Technology is nice, but this is like NBA stuff. Must found the hardest thing possible on the App Store.
So Rochester starts the third quarter of the basketball against a half-court trap. Brown feeds down to McKee, and the ball is going to be safe from going out of bounds right in the hands of Isbell, and she puts it up for 2.
That is a hustle play right there. That right there, you don't see that in the stats, but the ball that's going out of bounds, easily give up a possession, tip it in bounds, and get 2 points.
That's right. So West Central back with the basketball. Rochester by 11. Here comes a half-court trap for Rochester. Wentz will get to the near side to Culp. Culp around the defense. Feeds down low to Wietrich, to Patton. Her shot's partially blocked. Ball loose. Picked up by Hypley. Down low to Wietrich. Wietrich against McKee. Blocked it out of bounds. Get it out of here!
Rochester is just super active today. I'm very impressed. Very impressed with McKee, Wietrich, McKee, Isabel. Overall, just, it's awesome. Love seeing it.
Patton, top of the key, 3 over the defense is good.
3 for Patton.
Larissa Patton cuts the Rochester lead to 8 with 50 seconds gone in the third quarter. The floating jumper by Isbell's no good. She gets a roll rebound to McKee. Down low jumper is off the glass and good. Burkett to McKee. And the lead is back to 10 for Rochester, under 7 to play in the third. Wenzel with the basketball, now to Culp. Now finally crosses the timeline to Wenzel. Half-court trap, high side to Hypley. Hypley dribbles around the double team. Ball loose, picked up by Burkett. Burkett ahead to McKee on Jennings, and she travels. And Coach Jennings just said exactly what I was thinking. Look, go right in.
Unfortunately, she was too unselfish there, and she had a left-handed layup put right in, and she made one extra pass that you typically are asking for, and that time you don't need.
Half-court trap coming. West Central crosses the timeline. Hypley now with the basket. Ball and stolen by Jennings. Nice job by Jordan Jennings jumping the passing lane. She'll go in for the right-handed layup. It's good. Rochester by 12, and now that pressure beginning to pay off for the Lady Zebras.
Back-to-back steals with the half-court trap. Almost a third there.
Wietrich down low to Patton. Her layup is good. Rochester sold out here at the top of the key, and there's nobody back to stop a wide-open Patton. Isbell, raw pass goes out of bounds, and West Central going to get it back.
McKee is a big girl. She's probably, what do they have her listed at?
6'1"?
She's not 6'9".
9?
Well, yeah, that was for a 6'9" girl. That was the oop.
2 minutes gone in the third quarter. 6 minutes to play. Rochester by 10 at 30-20. Hipley has her pass taken away by Isbell. Jenny runs to our right, leading by 10. The floating jumper is blocked. Ball looks like to be going out of bounds. Save from going out of bounds. Brown has it in the left wing. Ball still loose on the floor. We're going to have a tie-up. Good heavens. In a lot of arenas, that's called a foul.
A mugging.
A mugging.
It's a mugging, but Macy's on the floor. The girl is laying on top of her, wallering, and they call it a jump ball. I know it's early in the season. These guys got to get their bearings straight as well, but man, that is not a jump ball.
Man-to-man full court press put on by the Lady Zebras. The inbounds pass comes in. And now Patton has it. Back to Winsel. High on the right side to Culp. Back to Jackson, back to Culp, near side to Winsel. 5.5 to play. Patton will fire a three. It's off the mark, no good. And Brown has the rebound knocked out of bounds by Jackson as she comes over the back of Macy Brown. No call, but it'll stay. Huh? Oh, push from behind. My fault. It's called a push from behind, not over the back.
Hey, not often do you get an official to critique our broadcast, but that's good right there. We're getting brought up to date stats.
So what you're telling me is the over the back is gone. It's a push in the back now. Okay.
Same difference to us.
Right.
It's something over the back. It's a foul.
not today.
The whistle's got to be blown. Nice kick.
Kicks it down to Brown. Layup is good. Nice look by the freshman Cammie Burkett. And Brown wide open for a layup.
Oh, over and back.
Yep, there it is. Good call.
You got one official standing right on the line watching it, doesn't blow the whistle. The one behind blows the whistle, but still a good call.
So Rochester gets it back off of West Central turnover. Rochester up 32-20. Inbounds pass comes into Isbell with 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Jump pass in the corner to Brown. Macy drives the baseline. Float on the way. Gosh, she got hit hard. No call. McKee with the rebound. Back to Isbell. 18-footer right side. It's off the mark. No good. McKee with another board. He'll put back on the glass. No good. Foul on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot two.
I don't know what was said at halftime amongst the West Central Trojan ladies, but they must not have talked about blocking out Miss McKee, who is killing them on the boards.
She's got to be approaching 10 rebounds already.
She's looking for the Kennedy Musselman numbers, a double-double.
The free throw's short. She'll have one more. 4:50 to play in the third quarter. Rochester leading 32-20. Kinsey McKee at the line to shoot one more freebie. If this one goes, I think Rochester going to use a timeout. McKee fires a second free throw. It's good as it rolls over to the front of the rim. And the score is 33-20. Rochester will use a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
team's third.
Wietrich against the full court press. Over the top, picked off by Peterson. Karina Peterson, left wing. Pass goes out of bounds. West Central going to get it back. Isbell comes back in. West Central is going to take a timeout. We'll take a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
RTC cable subscribers. Now you can watch your favorite cable networks wherever you are, on your phone, tablet, or computer. Just log on to www.watchtveverywhere.com. Enter your RTC account information and sign up to watch TV everywhere. Live sports, videos on demand, and more, all for free with your RTC cable subscription. Watch TV everywhere. Another great service from RTC.
Probably because I marked it down here.
3:05 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 33-22. West Central has one timeout left. Rochester has 4. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. First game of the regular season for Rochester. Actually, Rochester was supposed to have a game under their belt as well, but because of North Judson in the state championship for volleyball, they obviously had to cancel that basketball game. I think that was slated for the first as well.
Okay.
But West Central played Rensselaer earlier in the week. Full court press for Rochester, the 1-3 or the 1-2-2 zone press. West Central crosses the timeline in the corner against a double team, and we're going to have a foul. No, we're going to have a jump ball. Good job by Kim Batten. Got her hands in there and tied up Wietrich on the baseline.
She's tough. I mean, the girl, she's a string bean. She's that big around,
Yeah,
but she
right.
is absolutely just fearless.
And now playing with a burgered up nose.
Yeah.
Wietrich to wide open Patton. Tries to feed it down low to Teedy, tipped out of bounds by McKee. And West Central will keep possession baseline right with 2:47 to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 11. And the inbounds pass taken away by Brown. Left wing for Rochester. Brown now in the middle of the floor, coast to coast, found on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Good job by Macy there. The one thing I will say with her, she does not need to hesitate. Once she catches that ball and she has the lane to go with her speed and ability, there is no slowing down, there is no stopping. It's straight to the hole, put it in, or go to the foul line. Do not hesitate.
Brown for 2, first one for the juniors, good.
Rochester up 12.
One more coming for Brown. Eyes a second one, lets it fly, and it's good. 35-22 Rochester, 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Rochester in a three-quarter court trap. West Central just crosses the timeline, jump pass to Teedy. Ball tipped up in the air, down low to Patton. Her jumper off the window is good. Rochester, 2 defenders ran into each other hard, which sprung Patton for an easy layup. 35-24. Brown dribbles to the left elbow, kicks it outside to Peterson. Karina Peterson to the basketball. One dribble, picks up her basketball, wrap around pass to Batten. Batten, got away with the travel, no call. Now to Isbell, swinging the elbows, kicks it out to Brown. Left wing 3 in the way for the Lady Zebras is good. 38-24. Rochester up with under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
They're sitting in a 1-2-2, Rochester is, and they have Isabel on top, and she is very long.
Yeah, you're right. Culp, left wing, over the top of the defense to Wenzel. To Teedy at the free throw line to Wietrich, through her hands out of bounds. Rochester going to get it back.
And as long as West Central keeps trying to throw over the Zebras, they're going to keep forcing turnovers. That has to be a ball fake up and a bounce pass. But
yeah.
Rochester has some good length, and in that 1-2-2, it's going to cause a lot of disruption.
90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 14. Batten
smoked.
Hammered hard down low, puts up a shot, no good. And Patton comes out of there with the basketball. Then we're going to have a foul whistled against Kim Batten. And she gets up. She's looking at the coach saying, where's my foul? What do I get? Foul.
She goes up for the shot, gets pushed 5 feet to the right, no foul, comes down, hooks the arm, and they call the foul on her. So
full court press by Rochester. Wenzel gets the inbounds pass, and now against the double team, runs the Rochester baseline. Now against a triple team. We're going to do something with it here, and Wenzel chucks her out of bounds. Rochester's going to get it back. It was either that or use your final timeout.
Yeah, that or, I mean, good or bad's going to come out of that. You got 3 girls committed to the ball. If she throws it down the court, there's a chance that the West Central girl's going to get it, but Rochester, good job smothering it on the inbound line.
Minute 17 to play in the third. Rochester up 38-24. And after the turnover, Rochester on the far side will look to get it in. Brown looking, gets it into McKee, now against the double team. McKee dribbles away from the double team, now splits the triple team in the zone, dump down, pass down low to Batten against Teedy. And now we're going to have a travel.
She was bumped. She don't just move, she don't just fall over. But you know what's impressive about that, Muss? Your starting center took it from half court of the double team, split it, brought it all the way into the lane, and passed it.
That's right. Patton breaks the press, and her dribble is going to be knocked out of bounds by Isbell. West Central basketball out of bounds, baseline left. 1:05 to play in the third. Rochester up by 14.
Going to be hard to outrun Isabel down the floor. That girl's strides are long.
Wenzel gets the inbounds pass, takes it to the elbow, and then throws it in the backcourt. It'll be a turnover against West Central. Rochester going to get it back at the timeline.
West Central's coach is saying it was tipped. It wasn't tipped, but
no.
Wasn't close to being tipped. But West Central's just struggling at this point now to even get a shot up.
60 seconds to play in the third. 38-24. Brown through the center circle, works to the right wing to Batten. Kim Batten drives the baseline against the double team. Down low to McKee. McKee gets a triple team. Nice fake in the lane. Being mauled, no call. Batten 3, right baseline. No good. Weak side rebound to Peterson. Karina Peterson now to Isbell. Her jumper from the left elbow is short. And Patton with the rebound for West Central. Gets it out to Wenzel. 35 seconds. Wenzel fills the middle of the floor. Spot up 3, nobody in her face, no good. And Wietrich grabs the rebound but steps out of bounds doing so with 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. Again, Rochester up 38-24.
Yeah, just, again, the last 2 minutes of these quarters, it's a dogfight even getting shots up.
Little half-court trap coming against Brown. Isbell splits the double team at the free throw, at the elbow, out to Batten with 17. Kim Batten, one dribble on the baseline, out to McKee with 14. Kinsey drives it hard in the paint. Her 15-footers off the back of the rim, no good. Isbell's put back, no good. Batten put back is fouled. Sugar to the line to shoot 2.
Finally, the girl gets to go to the foul line. She's thinking it only took the 4th call to get there.
7.6 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 38-24. Kim Batten at the line for Rochester to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras. Eyes the first one, lets it fly, it's good. One more coming for the sophomore. Looking to extend this lead to 16, which would be the biggest of the afternoon. I'm pretty sure 15 is the biggest of the afternoon. Second one rolls around and falls through. 40-24. Full court press by Rochester, 7.6. Wenzel picks up a dribble to Wietrich at 4. Wietrich loses the ball with 2, goes out of bounds, and they're going to keep possession. Last up for Rochester with 0.5 to play in the third quarter. Wietrich will look to get it inbounds right in front of the Rochester bench. Ahead to Culp. Culp then runs out of time as she was going in for the layup. After 3, Rochester leads 40-24. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This is Michelle Livinghouse, candidate for state representative. After 30 years of experience working with our vulnerable and older adults, I understand the need for policies that support a dignified quality of life for all Hoosiers. I will be your voice in the legislature, accessible and responsive to the people of District 17. Thank you for your vote. Election Day is November 6th.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Fourth and final quarter at Rochester High School. Lady Zebras leading 40-24. And one of the officials looked at us there at the break and said, hey, if you need a rule book, let me know. And I said, just come and get a headset. You can, we'll put you on right now.
Yeah, give me the whistle. I'll use it. I can't run up and down the floor, though.
Macy Brown loses her shot on the way up. She gets a rebound. The putback no good. Isabel's putback no good. And a Wietrich for West Central the rebound. Rochester by 16 with 7:40 to play in the game. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman here at Rochester High School. Brown against a double team is going to be tied up with Peterson. It'll stay with West Central right in front of their bench going to our left.
Great play, great hustle play by the Zebras there, and a great call by the official. Clear tie-up. He's 1 for 30.
Wietrich looks to get it in over the top to Culp. Catches it on the baseline, and they're going to be tie up again. This time Peterson and Patton. Rochester will get it back on the turnover.
Rochester's length is definitely causing problems.
40-24. Rochester lead in the basketball. McKee in the center circle. Takes it to the right side at the elbow and his travels.
Well, so far we've had jump ball, turnover, turnover.
West Central going to our left. Rochester up by 16 with 7:10 to play in the game. Man-to-man defense by Rochester. Patton hauls down the loose ball in the corner. Bounce pass at the feet of Wietrich, picked up by Hypley. Hypley back to Patton. 3 left wing for West Central, no good. And Isbell grabs the board and runs and is fouled on the reach in by Hypley. And now Rochester will be shooting after the next foul. They'll be shooting free throws from here on out.
That's Hypley's 4th foul.
Jennings and Burka back into the game. Batten and Peterson out for Rochester. 6:53 to play in the basketball game. Rochester up 40-24. Brown crosses the timeline to McKee. Back to Brown on the give and go. And she's fouled on a shot by Patton. It'll go send Brown to the line to shoot 2 for Rochester.
Foul coming on West Central.
Nice give and go there by the Lady Zebras.
Her second, team 7th at the line. Shooting 2 for the Zebras. Brown.
So Brown to the line to shoot 2 for Rochester. Leading Zeiss 16 with 6:47 to play in the game. First free throws off the back of the rim, off the side of the rim, and falls off. She'll have one more.
Macy started slow today, but I think she's up to 10 points now. Yeah, 10 points.
Did you get that confirmed?
Well, I'm good there. I got the score right.
Second on the way for the juniors, good. 41-24. And then she just about stole the inbounds pass, did Brown. Knocked out of bounds. West Central keep possession. Emily Hughes comes into the game, and McKee will get a breather.
Can't put Emily in the game. The app doesn't have her, so
that's my fault. Inbounds pass comes into Winsel. Winsel against the pressure in the backcourt. Gives to Wietrich, and
I think she traveled
I think
first.
she did too, and I thought that was going to be the call, but instead the whistle was for out of bounds. Last touch by Rochester. It'll stay with West Central.
Macy's all over the floor right now, touching everything, knocking everything out.
Wietrich ahead to Culp. Culp wide open, going to the right for a right-handed layup. Falls off the rim, no good. Isbell for Rochester picks up the ball. Isbell rips and runs. Right side, now goes to the baseline against a double team. Hands all over, no call. Now to Hughes, outside to Jennings. 3 for Jordan Jennings, left wings, off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped around, and West Central comes out of there with it. Hypley, though, traveled.
Rochester's going to have to be careful on their press. They are sucking up bad as far as to the ball and getting beat back deep.
Yeah.
Against a team that can execute at a higher rate, they could be in some trouble, and they'll have to work on that. Coach Jennings knows that.
Isbell gets it into Brown, back to Isbell. Ball tipped away and stolen by West Central. Ball still loose, now picked up by Winsel for the Lady Trojans. And now Rochester sets up a trap off of the turnover. That's impressive. Winsel coast to coast. No, I'm being very serious.
It is.
And Winsel commits a turnover. Now we're going to have a foul. Nope, jump ball. It'll stay with West Central.
But, I mean, honestly, obviously, typically you set that up off of a made bucket or a dead ball. But when you can set that up off of a turnover,
yeah,
that tells me your athleticism's really good.
Oh. Patton is fouled on the shot, and it goes down. Or should go to the line and shoot 1. Patton gets a wide open. Yeah, Patton will get a wide open inbounds play.
And the communication's really good is what it tells you, is that you're able to get back, communicate, and set that up. Patton with a chance for the end one, the old-fashioned way, cut the lead to 14.
Patton eyes the free throw and lets her fly, and it's good, nothing but net. 41-27, Rochester with 6:02 to play in the game. Full court press by West Central. Burkett to Brown, over the top to Isbell. Jenny will go to the basket. Shot's blocked by Wenzel. It's loose. Rebound to Brown, and she travels. West Central going to get it back.
Macy went to the floor to get the ball and unfortunately traveled. Rochester had a chance there, though.
Yeah, you're right. Weeter gets it into Hipley. Hipley gets away with a carry and a travel. Now to Wenzel. Now to Culp. Torrey, near side to Wietrich. Wietrich around the defense, in the paint. Wrap around pass to Patton. Patton's fouling the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot two. Coach Jennings will go back to his starters. Here is McKee, and Peterson will come in after the first free throw by Patton. 5:39 to play in the game. Rochester up 41-27. Patton will shoot two for West Central. The first one on the way is short, no good. McKee and Peterson back in. Emily Hughes and Jennings will come out. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Hey, our next broadcast will be November 15th as the Rochester Lady Zebras will host Peru in the TRC opener. Patton's second one, no good. McKee another board. Gives to Burkett. Burkett, baseline to Brown. Threw her hands out of bounds and go back to West Central.
Might be a good time for Rochester's coach to take a timeout here to regroup. Just these unforced errors are adding up.
Rochester has 4 timeouts and West Central has 1. You got that? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I got that.
My fault.
Yeah, you're all right. I'm not entirely that bad.
I know the iPads are whipping both of us today. Wenzel against a double team and steps on the inline. Nice job by Isbell and McKee forcing that turnover. And West Central going to give it back to Rochester with 5:15 to play in the game.
And you can tell that the Zebras are coached very well. When that ball goes into the baseline, they utilize it and they trap very well and force turnover. That's the second or third time they've done that.
Burkett to a wide open Peterson. Fakes a three, drives it to the basket, loses the ball, being hammered to Brown for three, right baseline, off the back of the rim, and it's going to be waved off. It touches the cable that supports the backboard, and it'll go back to West Central. Under 5 to play in the basketball game. Rochester up 41-27. Man-to-man defense extended to three-quarter court as Culp crosses the timeline against Burkett. Outside to Wenzel. Wenzel right side against Brown. Kicks it out to Hipley. Now to Culp top. The key stolen by Burkett. Tammy Burkett, right-handed layup. Good.
Wow. Again, freshman.
Yeah. 43-27. Rochester with 4.5 to play in the game. Full court press by Rochester. Wenzel breaks the press. Picks up her dribble. Top of the key. Now to Culp. High on the left side. Wrap around pass to Wenzel, and she's going to be fouled by Brown. And that's going to send Wenzel to the line to shoot one in the bonus with 4:22 to play in the game.
Burkett and Brown both being very aggressive up top, defending the ball. Unfortunately, you're going to have to live with that foul because we've gotten 2 or 3 steals with them being aggressive, so that's the negative.
Free throw is no good, and we're going to have a foul for a push.
We're going back down to the other end now.
And Karina Peterson will have one of the bonus. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. The guys start their practice on Monday. Hipley just fouled out for West Central.
I'd like to say good luck to the Zebras and the surrounding area, and also good luck to Mr. Burris as he's going to coach his Trinity basketball team.
Yep. Had a good year last year, I think.
Oh, he did fantastic. Had one of the best top 5 improvements in the state from the year to next year.
Are we going to have to live with that with him there now for a while?
What's that?
I mean, just telling him that he had one of the top 5 improvements in the state.
Yeah, he'll let you know it, too.
The second free throw is no good by Peterson. Rebound to Teedy. Now to Wenzel. Wenzel brings it up the floor. I hope he's listening. Picks up the basketball. Now to Teedy at the free throw line for West Central. Out to Culp. 3 left wing for West Central. No good. And McKee with the rebound. McKee rips and runs. Kinsey through the center circle, now drifts left, now takes it left hard to the basket. Her shot no good, but Patton with the rebound. Boy, I like that. Kinsey McKee ripped the rebound, drove it up with the right hand, switched to her left hand, and just missed the shot. And now we're going to have a travel whistled against West Central, and we've got some elbows being thrown. Now we're starting to get a little chippy.
If you don't know about Kinsey McKee, you might want to put her on notice or put yourself on notice, because fantastic young basketball player.
Patton is going to be tied up with Teedy. Rochester will keep possession. Teedy just stood there and kind of put her hands up, which the big girl's supposed to do.
Yep.
And disrupted the shot.
Well, I guess Kinsey McKee is a junior, but that's still young to me, so.
So is a senior.
Yeah, absolutely.
Free throw, the three-pointer by Brown is good for the right corner. 47-27, Rochester's biggest lead of the game is 20. Patton on the left baseline. Oh, Karina Peterson. They're not going to whistle that on Peterson, are they? Are you kidding me? Whoa. Patton throws an elbow, catches Peterson right in the nose, and Karina's going to be whistled for the foul. What is this?
That's why I've always told Mr. Ruff he needed to keep his license active. He was one of the good officials around.
Well, he is wearing
his patch is 2 years outdated.
Oh. Free throw by Patton is good. She'll have one more. How do you whistle that foul against Peterson?
He had a football game last night. Hadn't switched over.
Oh, yet. Still a little fatigued from football. I'm with you. Second one for Patton is good. 3.5 minutes to play in the game. Rochester up 47-29. Brown over the top and throws it out of bounds, and West Central going to get it back.
Good idea, just needed to down a little bit. Patton would have caught that and took it straight to the hole, potentially had a layup there.
47-29, Rochester on top. Culp to Wenzel to Teedy. In the corner to Wietrich to Culp. Long three over Brown off the glass, no good. And Patton's going to be called for the push, I think.
Fouls on number 21, West Central.
Yeah. And then I believe Kim Batten's going to walk to the other end and shoot one in the bonus. With 3:11 to play in the game, Rochester by 18.
Going to get some good free throw work here, both teams in the bonus.
Kim Batten, a sophomore, eyes the first one. Off the back of the rim, no good. Teedy the board for West Central, and outlets to Wenzel. 3 minutes to play in the game. Rochester up 47-29. Culp to Teedy. Teedy out to Wenzel. Fakes a three, drives it right, kicks it out to Culp at the free throw or the volleyball line. Now stolen by Burkett. Cammie Burkett travels.
Get caught in no man's land there where you're not quite sure what you want to do.
I really like her.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, again, a freshman. You would not know she's a freshman.
Yeah.
Energy's awesome.
And Brown steals the pass. Left-handed layup, no good. Gets her own rebound, put back, no good, but a foul coming on Wietrich. And that's going to send Brown to the line to shoot two for Rochester with 2:43 to play in the game. Looking to extend this lead back to 20. Kinsey McKee will come back in right now.
Brown gets the steal.
After the first free throw.
But Cammie Burkett forces the steal, makes the girl throw it away.
Jordan Jennings will come back in as well. So McKee will replace Burkett. Jennings will replace Isbell. With 2:43 to play in the game. Brown with one more freebie, looking to push this lead back to 20. Second one is good, nothing but net. Culp to Wietrich against the full court press. And Culp travels, no call to Wietrich outside to Wenzel. Wenzel at the free throw line. Long jumper off the window, nope. Rebound to Patton. And now we're going to have a foul down low. Of course, everybody missed the foul on Teedy for coming over the back of Jennings.
Not over the back, around
I'm
it.
sorry, the push in the back.
There you go, push in the back.
My apologies. So Peterson just picked up foul number 3 for Rochester. Coach Jennings going to go back to the bench and bring in Catherine Hughes after this first free throw by Patton.
Double bonus for West Central.
I thought it was a double bonus.
Well, it's supposed to be, but Hey, you need the clock running. You got a place to get to.
That's exactly it. Good call. Kim Batten takes one hard in the nose. She gets up, though, and runs back to the other end. The shot's missed by Peterson. Tori Culp breaks the double team. Cross court to Patton. Now to TD, just inside the three-point line, top of the key, no good. Pat with the rebound. Ball loose, back to TD at the free throw line. It's good. Taylor TD has her first two of the game. And it's 49-31 with about 100 seconds to play in the basketball game. Jennings high on the right side. She has her ball stripped away. And we're going to have a foul on.
And you want me to work this iPad? Come on, man.
Number 20, Jennings. For second, team 10. At the line
So Tori Culp will go to the line to shoot two, I believe.
Should be.
Probably should have been last time, huh?
Let's try it again.
Minute 47 to play in the game. Culp, a sophomore, fires the first one. It's good. Hits the front of the rim and bounces over.
Substitutions for the Zebras.
And Emily Hughes comes into the game.
24, Hughes.
Also, Lexi Thomas in the game for the first time. A huge JV game for Lexi Thomas. She went for 16 in a 41-21 win earlier today. And we're going to have a lane violation whistled against West Central. And Rochester going to get it back on the turnover. Minute 47, West Central full-court press. 49-32 Rochester. The first game of the season coming to an end here at Rochester High School. Brown against Wenzel, and loses out of bounds. It'll stay with West Central. West Central basketball on the far side. Minute 43 to play. 49-32 Rochester. Inbounds pass comes into Culp. Near side to Patton. Now to TD at the volleyball line to Wenzel. Outside to Wietrich. Wietrich against Hughes. To TD. Near side to Wenzel. To Culp near the timeline to Wietrich in the minute 30. TD outside to Patton. Drives. Layup no good, but a foul coming on McKee. Sadie Brown and Emily Hughes will come in after the first free throw by Patton, who's shot a lot in this quarter. Patton's free throw no good. So Sadie Brown, a sophomore, comes in. Macy Brown is done. Kinsey McKee is done. Emily Hughes comes in.
A lot of fouls this half, 20 plus.
Minute 22, Patton's second one's good. West Central being a full court press. 49-33. Rochester, the minute 20 to play in the game. Brown against the double team in the backcourt. Loses the handle, picks it up. Coach Jennings going to use a timeout, and he does so. We'll take a 30. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Ever wonder why your local TV bill keeps going up? The bulk of these increases are due to rising network fees. A few powerful media companies dictate what TV providers must pay to offer their channels to you. And every time networks demand more money, that affects what you pay every month. If TV providers don't meet their demands, networks threaten blackouts. Since 1999, these network fees have increased by 3.5 times the rate of inflation. To see what we're doing to keep network fees in check, visit tvonmyside.com.
1:14 to play in the basketball game. Rochester up 49-33. Rochester with 3 timeouts, West Central with 1. Lexi Thomas looks to get it in for Rochester against a full-court press. Thomas gets it into Emily Hughes. Emily Hughes is going to be fouled by Wietrich, and Emily Hughes, a freshman, will go and walk to the other end to shoot 2 freebies.
You know, the best part about a game like this, obviously, and it's early, but look at the playing time that these young girls are getting at the varsity level. Might not seem like a lot, but man, it quickly adds up, and you can use reference points and watch video and go back and practice and just, you know, teachable moments.
Hughes' first free throw is good, nothing but net. She'll have one more. A minute 11 to play in the game. Rochester up 50-33. Hughes to the line for one more. Emily's second one is in and out, no good. Sister Catherine fights for the rebound, but Lexi Thomas gets the rebound. Now to Emily Hughes, near side to Jennings. Jennings dribbles away from trouble, goes to the basket, jump stop in the lane, Kicks it outside to Catherine Hughes. Back to Jennings on the right side with 58. Bounce pass to Sadie Brown with 50. Brown works high on the left side to Emily Hughes. Clock coming to an end here in the first game of the regular season for Rochester. Catherine Hughes against Wenzel. Dribbles around the defense. Over the top to Brown. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be tied up. West Central going to get it back with 40. Allie Pearson going to come in for the first time for Rochester, and Rain Craig also in for the first time for the Lady Zebras. Coming out is Emily Hughes and Jordan Jennings. 40 seconds to play in the game. Rochester up 50-33. West Central have it going to our left. Wenzel through the center circle with 38. Culp high on the right side. Now TD between the rings. Now Wenzel with 30 in the left side. Now Culp works to the right wing. Back to the left side to Wenzel. Fakes a 3 with 25. Out to TD. Can't dribble. Now to Wenzel with 22. Back to TD. Now to Culp with 20. Long 3 right wing. Bank shot. No good. Lexi Thomas fights to the board and grabs it with 15. Now to Brown with 12. Sadie crosses the timeline with 10. Left side to Craig. Now to Thomas for 3 left wing. No good. Rebound tipped around. West Central's going to be the last to touch it with 2.6 to play in the game. Mac?
Yeah.
Good luck Tuesday.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Lexi Thomas lobs it in to Craig, and that'll do it. The final this afternoon at Rochester. Lady Zebras 50, West Central 33. Post-game show coming up next. 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
Number 15 against Peru in the TRC.
Danny Says for Fulton County Superior Court Judge. Danny has served nearly 10 years as a Fulton County attorney. He is a veteran of the U.S. Army and the U.S. Army Reserve. He also served as a missionary in South Africa during the times of apartheid. Danny Says is no stranger to service. He offers perspective and experience few candidates can match. Learn more at saysforjudge.com. Vote Danny Says for Fulton County Superior Court Judge.